Well, what do you know? Surprise, surprise. We tried to tell them. Black people tried to tell them. Black people tried to tell a small group of Asians that included Didnt Chu and the Asian kid from Canada that working with white supremacist Ed Bloom will not give you better chances in getting into these elite colleges like Harvard and Yale. A group of people of color worked with a white supremacist who's been working for decades to gut affirmative action and gut voting rights so that he can stifle the growth of black people in this country. And black people tried to tell Asians like Miss Didnt Chu that black people wasn't the biggest group who benefited from affirmative action, that it was white women. But no, they didn't want to listen to us. They didn't want to listen to us when we said that white supremacists have made black people the face of certain benefits in this country when we aren't the biggest recipients of these benefits. Affirmative action, welfare. We aren't the biggest benefits of these actions. But this small group of Asians, who I believe were anti-black, are anti-black, continue to press forward to work with this white supremacist to stifle and push down black people so that they can elevate and have better chances in getting into these elite colleges and universities. Black people tried to tell this small group of Asians that Ed Bloom, a white supremacist, is using you as pawns to get his agenda completed. Black people tried to tell this small group of Asians that it's not black people here in the United States that you are competing with. You're competing with legacy students. You're competing with athletes. You are competing with black students all across the diaspora. And so now that we are in the first application season since the overturning of affirmative action, Asian students are stressed out. They're freaking out because they are now realizing that race will still be a factor when they submit their applications. Why? Because there's no hiding your name, Asian students. And now that you are realizing that, you are also realizing that racist white people who work in these positions, in these offices that hold your future in their hands, they will continue to be racist towards you. Yep. We tried to tell Asians like Miss Chu that Ed Bloom was using them as pawns. And she got indignant and went over on her Twitter account and said, telling us we are pawns is demeaning and belittles our fight for our civil rights in America. What Miss Chu fails to realize is that when you, as a member of a minority group, goes after a benefit, a right that they believe affects another minority group only, and you work to get that benefit removed so that you can benefit, because you can't tell me Miss Chu doesn't think that the only reason black people get into Yale and Harvard is because of affirmative action. And Asians like Miss Chu said we need to get rid of affirmative action because black people shouldn't be in Harvard and Yale because we are more smart, we are more deserving. So we're going to work to knock out this minority group so that we can benefit. And now, all of these kids who are getting ready for college are now realizing that, yeah, racist white people will continue to be racist white people. And now there's no quota that they have to meet. So what are they doing? They are meeting with academic consultants and paying tens of thousands of dollars to start preparing their children in junior high school. They are paying thousands of dollars to go to seminars so these coaches can tell them and guide them on how best to get into these elite colleges. They are taking 10 to 20 advanced placement courses, hoping that it'll boost them so that they can get into these elite colleges. That's what they're doing. And they are doing all of this in the hopes of battling the extreme discrimination that they know that they will now face. They can't hide behind the race. Their name on the application will tell the racist white person that's evaluating their application everything they need to know about that student. And now the light bulb has gone off. This is what you call cutting off your nose to spite your face. And in other news, water is wet.